Measles. Once considered eradicated in the U.S. due to decades of successful vaccination efforts, has made a troubling resurgence in recent years, and the ongoing outbreak in Texas, New Mexico, and Oklahoma in 2025 is a stark reminder of the disease's potential to cause severe, long-term damage. Though measles may seem like a benign childhood illness to some, particularly those who have not experienced it firsthand, the truth is that this highly contagious viral infection can wreak havoc on both the immune system and the brain, with potentially fatal outcomes. Measles is one of the most contagious viruses known to man, easily spreading through respiratory droplets and infecting nearly everyone who comes into contact with an infected person, provided they are unvaccinated. The virus not only wreaks havoc on the lungs, often leading to viral pneumonia, a leading cause of death in young children, but it also attacks the immune system, leaving the body more vulnerable to other infections. While pneumonia and respiratory failure are immediate threats, the virus's reach extends much further, causing inflammation and direct damage to the brain. In severe cases, measles can result in acute brain damage, leading to lifelong disabilities, including blindness and hearing loss. But perhaps the most insidious effect of measles is its ability to impair the immune system in the long term. Known as immune amnesia, this phenomenon occurs when the measles virus wipes out a significant portion of the body's immune memory, rendering the person more susceptible to a range of infections they were previously protected against. This disruption of the immune system can persist for months or even years, leaving individuals vulnerable to diseases that were once easily fought off by their bodies. Research has shown that measles can destroy anywhere from 11% to 75% of a person's antibodies, depending on the severity of the infection, which means that survivors may lose protection against infections they had been previously vaccinated for, such as pneumonia, influenza, or even chickenpox. The long-term risks of measles do not stop there. In some cases, the virus can remain dormant in the brain for years, only to reactivate later in life and cause a rare but deadly condition known as subacute sclerosing panencephalitis, SSP. This progressive and fatal neurological disorder typically develops 7 to 10 years after the initial infection and is almost always fatal, leading to rapid neurological decline and death. While SSP is rare, affecting roughly 1 in 25,000 people who contract measles, the incidence is much higher in infants who are infected before the age of 1, highlighting the vulnerability of the youngest and most defenseless in society. The resurgence of measles in areas where vaccination rates have fallen is a warning sign that we must not take the dangers of this disease lightly. While the availability of the measles, mumps, and rubella (MMR) vaccine has made the disease preventable, the growing number of unvaccinated individuals in certain communities has opened the door for outbreaks. In 2025, the U.S. is witnessing a disturbing rise in measles cases, with hundreds of infections reported, many of them in children who have not been vaccinated. These outbreaks are not isolated incidents. They are part of a larger, concerning trend driven by vaccine hesitancy and misinformation. Even with modern medicine's advancements, the only reliable method of preventing the severe consequences of measles is vaccination. Measles is a disease that can cause long-term, irreversible harm, and it is not something to be dismissed as just another childhood illness. Although research into new treatments, such as antibody therapies, is ongoing, the best and most effective way to safeguard against the long-term damage of measles is to prevent infection altogether. The resurgence of measles is a reminder of how fragile public health can be when vaccination rates decline. It is critical that we understand the full scope of the dangers posed by this disease, not only its immediate effects but also its long